Can you break it down, though, for some of us that are not so proficient? When we think about AI and large language models, what is the information that we need to know so that at least we can start to all speak some common language?
Yes, and that's a really big deal because most of us don't actually have the vocabulary or the foundational concepts to understand the differences between different artificial intelligence, right? And we use AI as a blanket term, but there is a lot within that. And so with the large language models and generative AI specifically, that's a very specific type of artificial intelligence. It's typically uses all of Wikipedia as well as part of the World Wide Web and tons of books. And that's how these large language models are trained.
Okay.
And because they use so much of the internet, it's able to understand context. And that is the big leap when we're talking about the large language models in their understanding of context.
Okay. I know I've been hearing a lot about how they've scraped the webs, they've scraped all the books. But when you think about what we are going to be able to do with AI, can I just go into ChatGPT right now, type in some symptoms, and somebody can maybe give me some thoughts on a diagnosis or where I should go?
Absolutely. So it depends on which one of the large language models you're using. If it's just plain old ChatGPT, it's probably not going to give you any sources,
Okay.
and it's not going to let you open up the black box and see why it thinks that way.
Okay.
And that's a big deal in healthcare because you can't just put in a prompt and say, okay, what is the diagnosis for this without being able to follow the money and kind of understand where did the large language model come up with that. Because first of all, it has to do with first the prompts, but secondly, if it's trained on a lot of the World Wide Web, I think a little bit of that might be inaccurate.
Yeah,
you think?
Who invented pants?
Exactly.